Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting long enough.
Yes,
It's
true.
time. It's time for the Trilogy. The European Championship on the line yet again. Andy versus Dready, Part 3. This time it's even more personal.
Yes, it's going down today, right now, right here.
It is.
And
And we've continued the escalation up to 301 points.
yes, that 1 point is important. I didn't fill it, so I have like 4 points less than him.
Yes, because of the 301 points, there's a pretending list that you'll probably never see. Because who's going to play 301 points, really?
Yes.
Apart from us, because that's the exact amount of pretending models I have at the moment.
That is also the special rule from now on. If you want to fight for the title of European champion, like the third round has to be 301 point forever now. That's the rules.
Okay then, can't argue with that.
Yes.
So, the scenario we're doing today is the mailman. By popular demand, people didn't want to try the double mailman.
Yeah,
Even though I thought it was very cool.
They were afraid of having their minds blown, maybe having heart attacks in front of their screens.
I think I just don't think the world is ready for double mailman.
No, it would have been a bit too exciting for the average human being, maybe.
Probably.
They could have dealt with that. So yeah, normal mailman it is.
So let's go through the armies first of all. Let's start with yours at this end first. So you can just draw on the screen, can't you, to show what you're talking about?
I can draw on the screen, that's right. So right here I have a unit of 6 penitentiums, the angry naked babies with the chain hands. Then behind them is a pueri having the heal and ward spell. And besides that, we have 2 tormentors, single units though. Behind that is a degener. He will be my warlord, so to speak, my chief. And the mailman is right here. He's one of the Dreadball monkey people. I forgot what they're called.
Yes, I'll just show him to the camera.
Yes, do that.
One of the Dreadball Z's is the mailman. He stands out nicely because he's in blue.
Yes. And then we have 4 concursii, whatever the plural is for these guys. They're the kind of battle automators that have hammers that are whirling around. And another pueri, and that pueri has a guided arm. And that's it. And her normal stuff that she can do, because she can do a lot of stuff.
Right then, so for the sneaky pretenders, first of all, we have down here, if you can see the red pointy stick of doom, 3 Highlanders. Next to them we have 3 Grenadiers. Down here we have 6 Troopers, some of which are behind this thing. You can just about see what's going on there. We've got the Company Sergeant Major right here. The Puppeteer right there.
Yeah, it might be his last great day.
Right, next to him we have the Mailman, and I'll show you this one as well. This is my custom bolt action Oompa Loompa, representing my Mailman. Then, over here, the Bomber, who deployed here, and then with his pre-game move, went over there. So he's being very sneaky. And even sneakier, down here, the 2 marksmen found a little crevice that was unprotected. So they're thinking they might be able to get some very dangerous shots going right at the start if I can get the first go.
Yeah, at least 2 shots and then they get eaten. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're probably going to get eaten either way, but they might take something down with them.
That's true. And this time we will play the bomber correctly because we just didn't do it correctly last time.
Yeah, the first time we got it even more wrong, so we're getting a little bit better each time.
Yeah,
maybe about 5 more games we'll get it perfect.
Yes.
So we have the same amount of units. We have 8 each if you include the mailman. So no one's going to get +1 yet for the first time. So here we go with the roll. Oh,
0.
Oh.
Let's
2.
Let's take a dice bag, lady die. A limited special edition. It's a 2.
Oh, got to roll again.
No, it's a roll off.
2.
It's a 1. Yeah, I guess someone will get shot now.
Right, I'm not confident with this turn dice being up there because it just moved a bit, so I'm going to put it in the swamp instead.
Yes,
Can you still see that?
I can see it.
Maybe
like-
this swamp's better.
Yes, it's like building a castle in the swamp, and when it sinks, you
is.
build a new one on top of it.
Yep. We're not going to be building any castles today, though. It's a bit dangerous. Don't want them falling onto my lovely metal miniatures.
Right.
So, first things first. What
Stuff.
should I do?
You should certainly not activate your marksman. That would be a bad idea. I wouldn't do that.
I think I might just activate the marksman.
You might just redeploy with them, like right in front of the penitentiums, like right here. I think that might be a good move.
It might be. It might slow you down, cause a bit of a roadblock. So, now, the way they're positioned here, because they're at the very edge, I don't think there's a way I can get both of them to shoot the mailman. So I'm not even going to try shooting him, because if I put 1 damage on him, that's not going to do much good, because she's right there and she'll just heal him.
Yes.
So instead, I'm going to shoot at the Fury.
No.
So I'm not going to move. So it would be 4 dice each. However, she does have defense of 1, and she's obscured as well, isn't she?
She is obscured, yeah.
So I think I am just going to have two dice attacks, which is the standard with the marksman, since they get to jig with their dice a bit. So here we go. The first shot.
Ooh.
It's a 5 and a 6, so I'm moving the 5 up to a 6.
No.
So she takes 1 damage.
She has only 1 left now.
Yep. So this second shot could be crucial.
It could be. If not, she will heal herself, but yeah.
Yeah, you did bring plenty of commanders this time, so you won't be totally screwed.
Yes.
Here we go. A 4 and a 1, so I'm going to re-roll. Which number feels more lucky? I'm going to re-roll the 4 and try and get another 1.
Oh, snake eyes, really. Oh god. Little snake eyes, look at me. No, they won't.
Ooh, it's a 5.
Yes.
Survives.
Yeah, that was tense.
They've activated. So you
And
don't have to worry about them.
yeah, no. And I think now it's time to activate the penitentiums and bring them into position to eat the marksman, just because I have to get rid of them now. Penitentiums had a move of 5, I think. Is that right?
I think they do, yes.
So yeah, they will just and charging was just a D3, so that wouldn't bring them into contact at all. That's way too far. They will just walk. No, I will redeploy them actually. I will redeploy the penitentiums 10-inch in this direction, and they will try to like spread out as much as they can in front of the marksman, kind of.
So you will have to stop
circle.
2 inches away because you can't redeploy into combat range, but that's it.
Yes, I will do that, and kind of like circle them in as much as I can. So
I don't like this
get
plan
out.
at all.
They're just like walking up to them like, oh, what 2 nice boys like you doing in this alley at this time.
Like this.
Flipping a coin. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I like it.
I don't like this plan at all.
I think it's good. Okay, let's get rid of my yellow lines here. I will have a look at the comments quick, but I don't think there are any yet.
Well,
Maybe Grim Colin, but no, I think Grim Colin is still somewhere else. Maybe there's another live show going on right now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we should check into that really, because we have to make sure we're not overburdening him with live shows going on at the same time. I don't know how many computer monitors he has access to.
Yeah, we have to schedule it with him actually.
So what I'm going to do is activate the puppeteer.
Oh, the puppeteer. Oh my.
Now then, let's have a look. What can he see? Being very sneaky, I could move this guy.
You could certainly do that, yeah. You might even be able to see the degener through this.
He might be able to see the mailman through the gap.
Yeah,
Let me see. I think he can actually.
Yeah, that looks really close. It could be a thing though. We need one of those laser pointy line drawing things that old people use.
But the question is, would there be any point moving the mailman, really?
I don't know.
I don't really think so.
He could just sit back and be a mailman and that's it. Like
I might make the concursus dance.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I'm going to try that, but it will cost me an extra dice because they're nasty like that. They have that black.
Isn't it only when they are in range around you, or is it also when they're targeted?
They have to either be in range of the origin of the spell or the target.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So they're very, very useful that way. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to use 2 dice to cast it on one of your units, taking away a further dice as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves me with 2. So here we go. 6. So I can move the concursus 2 inches and face them any way I want. I think I got a little bit of echo from you there suddenly.
An echo. Oh, maybe my earphones are a bit too loud.
So run away.
I have those ginormous, crazy earphones. Sometimes they just pick up on the microphone.
Oh, could you play the Dance of the Marionette music as well?
Yeah. One sec. I have to get Google Effects open. Here we go. Pair. And which was it?
It was the really depressed one.
Yeah, I just forgot which one that was. Getting the crickets, was it this? Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a sad little dance. The saddest little dance.
Yeah, so they've danced 2 inches back there and they're facing back towards the row of hedges.
Well?
And it's over to you.
Huh, I see. I see how it is. Okay. I will activate the Pueri. This one that is damaged. And
Yes.
she will use her healing powers to heal herself. With, I have to get her page open. Here we go. She has 6 die. It has drain 1, so with 5 die, she will try to heal herself. Will I keep blessed has drain 1. Repair, I don't need it. Nah, I will just use the 5 die for now because I know my luck with casting and it goes off and she's healed. Which is nice. And after that she will move a bit. And she will move. Where will she move? That's a good question. She will just move right behind this penitentium right here, so they also get the obscured thingy, just in case the marksmen want to shoot them again just next turn.
I think they might just. That might be anything they get a chance to do.
Yes. Just to make it a bit harder for them. So, yeah, and that was the Pueri.
Okay. My move. So I think the bomber, he doesn't have to worry about the concursus anymore.
Green Colin, here he is. Oh, I'm here.
It's about time. Where were you?
Yeah, he was just lurking, maybe. And we have Thomas R. Lovewell. Hello, European Masters. I'm looking forward to a good, clean fight. May the best side-fielding non-living units win. I will be back. I'm trying to hunt down a postdoc. Okay, a postdoc. I have no idea what it was. Anyway. Yeah, a postdoc. It's not a dog like with a G, it's like DOC, like a doctor. A postdoc. And it's hiding apparently. So.
Maybe document.
Maybe.
Right,
and he also says, could this be the last time that Andy uses unlimited range stance on the marionettes? It could very well be, I think.
It certainly could be.
Yes.
I am going to activate the bomber. He's going to redeploy.
Oh, what a
into
surprise.
a very sneaky position right up here.
Oh man, what a guy.
So he is exhausted now, so I just need to find my very professional exhausted token. If I can find one. It's probably written on the back of something else. There it is. So I'll remember that he's exhausted now. He's not going to light the fuse yet.
Ew, not? Okay.
Nope, he's being very sneaky this time. The last couple of games I've just thrown him straight into your face and it didn't really pay off.
Yeah, not really. Not really, that's true.
I'm making use of the natural cover this time. I'm just being sneaky.
Yes.
So that's... we'll go then.
I will activate this tormentor right here, and he will just walk in a straight line, his normal movement like up to here. Somewhere like as far as he can go. His little legs.
Like so.
Oh, that was pretty accurate actually, yeah. My eye measuring is getting better on this.
Yeah, I think I need to change the camera angle to throw you off a bit.
Like randomly mirror it and stuff. Put it upside down.
I'll make it a bit more cinematic and just have the camera at ground level for you.
Yes, like from the miniature's eyes. Just the miniature that is activated at the moment can like look at the battlefield, no one else.
That's the next thing I want to do actually. I want to get a second webcam and have that attached to another computer.
That would be cool.
And have that as a separate account in the Hangout, and then I can just fly a little camera around and get the miniature's eye view as well.
Yeah, that would be really neat. That would be really neat. I'm thinking about like building an hangout gaming setup too in my living room, but it's just plans in my head yet. Nothing concrete. We'll see. Yes. Anyway, yeah, my tormentor activated. So that's done.
So he's hiding nicely from the grenadiers. I think the grenadiers are going to move though. I think they're very slow. They're just movement 4, I believe. Yes. So.
Yes, they were not the quickest of guys.
Forward they go.
Grim Colin uses maximum lurkage. That's special power on YouTube. And he says postscript document perhaps, question mark. Maybe, I don't know. It's a mystery. We never know. Okay, they have moved. So I will deploy my, no, I will not deploy him. I will just walk him up to here. The second tormentor will just up walk to his body like over here and peek around the corner towards those guys. Having a little strong point there.
Right. What do I want to do with the Highlanders?
You could just charge them straight at the tormentors. I would do that.
I certainly could.
Or just behind the grenadiers. I guess that would make more sense. Just charging them out into the open.
I think
or redeploy them.
The troopers. They can only move 4 as well.
Yeah, they're not the quickest with their little stick legs. Getting stuck in little holes in the ground and rabbit holes. Things like that.
So. That is the troopers done. In fact, he's not going to do that because he would just be using this to measure my command range. I don't want anyone to be within 4 inches of that unit because they might get shot.
Yeah. Good thought right there.
So this happens. I use tormentors all the time, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I will just move my Degener up to here. Just right behind the tormentors. And then they will all get blown up by the bomber, I guess. But maybe he will go after the pure area. I'm pretty sure he might do that, so Have to think about that.
Now, there is something that, now that we've got some viewers, I'm just going to remind people of the rules of the scenario, because I don't think we laid it out exactly at the start.
Yes.
So how it works is, the male men are trying to escape off the other player's table edge, and the first male man to escape from the table, being the first, will get you a victory point. If you prevent the enemy's male man from escaping the table, you get a victory point. And if you're the first to kill the enemy male man in melee, then you get a victory point.
Yes. So just shooting him won't suffice, I guess.
Shooting him will get you a victory point for stopping him getting off the table. But
Yeah.
you won't get one. You won't get the bonus one
Yes.
if you're the first to kill him in close combat.
It's true. All right.
I think it's if you're the first, because that would make sense, because there are only 3 victory points handed out in scenarios.
Yes, I think so. Let's see. No new comments. So going on. You activated. No, I activated last. It's your turn.
Yes, the degenerate moved. So I think it's time to move the Sergeant Major.
Yeah, he has to keep up with his troopers or whatever he wants to buff. Or he could just run away. I don't care.
He could run away.
We could try to at some point actually have like a third person in here that is just reading comments, like the dedicated comment person, the comment slave.
He's just going to sit behind the troopers and accept that if they get shot, he might have to take a hit as well.
Okay.
And there's no point in doing any horrible lot because it'll disappear at the end of the turn, I think.
Yes. So let's see. The bomber sits right here, I know that. And he can redeploy 12-inch. But he has his fuse not lit. So he can't actually...
He won't be able to blow up next turn unless you kill him.
Yes, yes. Okay, I just have the Pueri left right now because
And the mailman.
concursely are... Oh yeah, and the mailman, I forgot about him.
Don't forget about the mailman.
Yeah, for now I will just move the Pueri like kind of behind-ish the Degener, so he gets her obscured cloud thingy, a bit of it, so he catches it if that is far enough for her movement to get there.
So you want to move her to like there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you've got everyone in the obscured bubble.
Right.
So that won't help you against the bomber, but it will help you against everything else.
Yes, yes. That's the plan. The bomber is just there. I can't do much about him right now.
Yeah, he's very, very sneaky.
Yes. Like
Although the bomber, I believe he won't be able to light the fuse in this turn. Because, I'm just going to check. Yes, the detonator is a conscious attribute, so he won't be able to do that while exhausted.
Oh, I see. I see.
So he'll have to do it at the end of his next activation if he wants to. But you could still redeploy after the fuse is lit the next turn.
That's true. That is true.
So, as far as turn 1, I just wanted to get him into cover so he wouldn't immediately be killed. Let's see. I've only got the Highlanders and the mailman left. So, I think the Highlanders are going to move up. Where are they? Nope, they're just going to kind of sit back here.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Watching, waiting.
They just want to guard the table edge.
Yep.
Oh, might not be a stupid decision.
I have seen people in the mailman scenario before kind of just treat it like a normal game and end up with half the units being killed and there's nothing left to protect against the mailman.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I only have the mailman left, right? Pretty much. So he will just Ah, God, where will he go? I think he wants to be in the bubble from the pure airy, so he will just be over here behind that gem-ish. Just and in the range of her obscured thingy.
Yep.
Should be about.
Yeah, he'll be in range.
Right, yeah. Okay. And
so I've just got my mailman left.
yes.
Now, I would be suicidal to leave him within 4 inches of anybody.
Certainly would.
So, I think he's going to move just backwards a little bit there, next to the puppeteer.
Oh,
safe.
Okay, just hanging out.
Yep, he's going to spend the turn just chilling.
Yeah, maybe feeding a few ducks in the pond, in the poisonous pond.
Yeah, maybe.
And yeah, my concursi do nothing because they can't. And I think that's it, is it? For turn 1.
I think that is all the units activated.
Okay. Well, then, let's go for the initiative.
Turn 2, and I'll collect in all these wonderful tokens.
Right.
You didn't actually activate the concursus, did you? Because there's no point.
Yeah, not really.
All they would have been able to do is just dance a little bit more.
Look at things, maybe contemplate their existence, that's all they could do.
Right,
okay.
So we haven't lost any units yet, so we're still on equal rolls.
It's a 6. It's a cogwheel 6.
It's a 6
oh,
as well.
Wow. Yeah, those
Again.
faction dice. And it's a 6 again.
It's a 3 this time over here.
So.
Decisions.
Yeah, I will just eat your marksman right now with my guys up here, down here, the penitentiums. They will just charge in.
Okay, luckily for me, you can only get 4 of them into combat.
Yes,
because
should
they're
be
right
enough.
at the edge of the board.
Yeah.
It should be enough anyway.
Should be. I'm pretty sure. So where do we have them? Penitentiums have combat 3 plus 1 for charge. That's 4 guys with 4 attacks.
However,
and they will all do them separately.
They would take away another 1 for defense, but my defense is currently at 1
and
because they didn't move. So
they ignore -1 defense anyway, do they?
Yeah. But...
Oh. So they only have 3 dice each. Is that right?
So they did charge though. So it'll be 4 each.
So it's 4, okay.
Yeah, because they
had like 2
take
defense
away.
and it was only okay.
They have defense 1 when they don't move, but you negate that with the flails.
Yes, okay. So I will do them all by themselves. First one here is 1 damage. It's a double 3. And the second one, it's nothing. And the third one, it's also, no, it's a double 3 again. And that might have eaten him.
Yep, they've been eaten.
Yep, they have been eaten by penitentiums. And that's how it goes.
It's worth the risk to try and kill something in the first turn.
Yeah, it certainly was. But as the dice roll, you never know what happens. Yeah, and they will just hang out down there, being angry.
Okay. So that wasn't very nice. So what do I want to do now? I think the Grenadiers might want a piece of this action.
Uh-huh.
But then there's also the Puppeteer.
Yeah, the terrible little puppeteer.
Okay, I think if I move him like so, he can see the Puri.
Oh, is she still in the range of the making casting more difficult from the concursors?
Yes, she is.
That is a good thing. I like that.
So I'm just going to make sure I didn't move to within 4 inches of this troop unit. If I did, I'm just going to edge backwards, which would be a very silly move to do that, to leave him there. So let's see if I can see her from there, actually. See if I need to move. Well, wouldn't you know, she's perfectly lined up with one of the troopers, so I kind of have to move. Or I could just move another unit.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to just move the concursus again. So I've got 2 dice to try and make them dance again.
Oh no! No!
It's a 5 again.
There we go.
Yep. So I'm going to move them over here.
Making room.
Not too far. Right. So that's him activated.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's actually, I have to make decisions now. Let's see. And over there's troopers, over there's those guys. I'm contemplating popping off a shot with one of the tormentors, like after walking like half his movement, but I have to contemplate if the range will be enough and what will be worthy of a target, because those grenadiers, they have 2 hit points, and that's a pain.
Yes, it
That
is.
really is a pain. On the other hand, I really have to decimate them, and I'm not as afraid of the troopers as I am of the grenadiers, so I will move this tormentor over here, half his movement, which I think is 2.5 inch. Is it? Tormentor. Yes, it's 2.5 forwards, and then he will try to pop off a shot into the grenadiers, because he doesn't like them.
Okay then. So they have defense, but the tormentor ignores defense.
Yes. Tormentors don't give a crap. Here we go. 4 die. And it's 1 double. It's a 5. So
Okay.
that's 1 damage, and that's it, because no one is in 4 inch of them, right?
No one should be. I'm just going to check I didn't move the Highlanders too close.
I think they're fine
Yeah,
enough
all
away.
right.
Yeah. Okay, that was Mr. Tormentor.
So then, that leaves the Grenadiers in an interesting position now. Do they try to charge the Tormentor?
Will they be lured in?
Because they only have a movement of 4. Adding D3 onto that, I don't know if that's far enough to actually reach him.
They have the crazy explosion shot, though, don't they?
They do, but that's better against units that have lots of models in.
Yeah, that's also true.
Let me see here. I'm just having a quick check on their rules. And we hear some delightful background noise there.
Yeah, it can happen. My setup is not perfect yet, sadly. Working on it. I can actually now move things around in my room again, like put the PC under the table maybe, so it won't be as loud. Because it's a ginormous noise machine. A noisemaker.
So I think if I shot at the Tormentor with the Grenadiers, if I use their special attack, then it would hit him with 3 dice. And also nearby models.
Which could be the mailman, potentially.
It could be. So I think I might just go for that before anyone else thinks about moving.
Yeah.
So I'll move them up a little bit first to make sure they're going to be in range and to make it a possible charge next turn. So they're just going to creep up 2 inches. So I'm going to use the grenade attack. So I just need to see. So the radius on it. I need to do their gang up first. to see how many of them can actually. They're unreliable to see if they can take part in it.
Right.
Any ones and they can't join in.
So silly unreliable.
Oh! Fine.
Yeah, sehr fine.
So it goes out 2 inches per model taking part in the attack. So it has a radius of 6 inches.
Right.
So it's going to hit him because he's the centre, and it's also going to...
Even the pure area.
Yeah. So it's going to hit that little pile there. So I just need to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, since we are broadcasting live to the world.
Yes, and everyone is scrutinizing us right now, like making notes to send us emails with all the mistakes we did.
Okay, so the first unit takes 2d6 plus 1 for the amount of models in the unit, which is 1. So it'll take 3 dice attack. It ignores defense, but not obscured. So he will take a 3 dice hit, and then the rest of them will take a 2 dice hit.
Okay, that will be interesting.
They're obscured. So I'll do this guy first.
Doubles with 3 dice still hard, so yeah.
No.
And now on 2 dice it's even harder.
Yep. So I'll do this Tormentor first.
Mr. Tormentor, no.
The Degener. Yes.
Oh,
so
and
he hardened roll.
Has a hardened, and I will see what his hardened is.
I believe it is 5+, like the Tormentor.
It's 5+, yeah. Here we go. And it's a 3, so he takes 1 damage in his face.
Okay. Now the Mailman.
Oh no!
Nope. The Fury. No.
Okay.
So I think it was worth it. It was worth a try. Try and get some damage and get them closer.
Certainly, yeah. That damage on the mailman would have been worth it. But yeah.
And it's over to you.
Let's see. I have a second Tormentor right here. If that Tormentor... yeah, I think that Tormentor will move right over here and shoot through this narrow space here at the Grenadiers, because he doesn't like Grenadiers. He thinks they look funny.
Doesn't like them anymore after that.
After that, even less. Also because they look funny. They have silly hats. He doesn't like silly hats. Okay, here we go. 4 die. And we have no double at all. So, nope.
Oh dear.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. So, both the Tormentors have gone. So I think it's safe to move the Bomber.
No new comments. Oh my. Oh my.
But the question is, do I really want to move the Bomber?
He could just hang out in the forest until the end of the game. I don't care.
I think I'm going to move him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he just wants to peek at the pure area.
He can move that far. So...
He's in the bushes. She's half naked. You know how it goes with those little perverted dollies.
Oh dear. So I'm moving him a little bit closer, and I'm going to try and roll to get rid of his exhaustion.
Right.
He's not exhausted. Now, what it does say as well is that at any point during the activation, you can light the fuse. So that means next turn I could light the fuse, and then I think I could redeploy after that, possibly. If anyone thinks that's not the case, then please let me know.
Is redeploying an action that denies you from doing anything else? Like, can you only redeploy when you activate?
That's what I think is the case, which is what I'm going to go with, unless someone tells me that I can do it.
Right. So people, write in the comments. I will keep an eye on them, so we know.
Right. So he's just lurking over there, and it's over to you again.
And it's up to me. Okay.
The walls are closing in on you.
Yeah, they certainly are. So, the Degener has a movement of 5 also. He can shoot as far. So that's not worse. Popping off a shot.
He can only shoot 6 inches, though, the Jenna, can't he?
Yeah, that's not far enough, not at all. So I will activate the Pueri down here that has healing. And I just
Yes.
have to check how far healing is. She might have to move before she heals. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 with an 8-inch. So she will move towards the Dejana, her full movement, pretty much. And then she will try to heal him. Heal his face from his terrible face damage. And is set in 6-inch range now. The Dejana from her. Does it work?
Yeah.
That's neat. Okay. Then I will try it with 5 die, because I always need 5 die. And we have... That is nothing. That cast didn't go off. Nope. Failing. No heal.
Well, that wasn't good.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Dice don't like me today.
I am going to move the... You know what? I'm going to activate the Company Sergeant Major.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to risk anyone going out of command, he's going to come this way a little bit.
Alright.
And then he's going to cast You Horrible Lot. He's going to place that on the troopers, which I'm going to represent with this Newham dice.
Right.
And that is him activated.
So we have a new comment from Thomas R. Lovewell. Postdoc equals postdoctoral. So the dude has a PhD, but some of the questions he asked makes me wonder how he managed it. Okay. I walked out early on turn 1, and it looks like the marksman got knocked by the naked flailing dwarves. Nice, yeah, they did.
Yeah, that is what happened.
It certainly is. Yeah, but no answer to our question, so meh, 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 meh. And I will now activate the Pueri over here, and she will move over to her sister-ish, like kind of. Nah, she will. She will go over here, like here.
Like so.
If she can go that far, yes. And now she will bless the Dejana, because I don't want him to die from some crazy stuff that might go on. And let's see, bless was drain 1. Here we go, 5 die. And we have 1 5. I always need those 5 die to cast. It's crazy. And he's blessed now, so I can re-roll 1 damage die, something when he gets damaged.
Yeah,
which might come in handy.
One attack. You can either re-roll an attack that he does or an attack that comes at him.
Which is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So I've got the troopers, the mailman, and the Highlanders left. I think the troopers are going to try to do some shooting, actually.
Ooh.
So they can move up 2 inches. I'm not sure if it's going to bring them close enough.
They had quite a shooting range. I think it might. Yeah.
12 inches. They might be in range.
Could be, like, for some, and they could shoot at stuff.
Well, I'm going to measure the Company Sergeant Major's command range, which should give me a bit of a clue. So I don't think I'll be able to get in shooting range or anything. So they're just going to move their regular movement.
Right.
Up this way.
Ew. They're closing into the death zone. Marching straight into the blender.
Yes, they are.
At least once the silicon cursey can activate again and they're not dancing.
I do have a master plan, don't worry.
Yeah, I believe it. I have one too, somewhere in one of my drawers. Okay, I only have my mailman left, I think, because those guys, the Concursey, are still dancing.
You could tell me what you're doing with their activation, though. so that I have to then move someone else before you move the mailman.
Yeah.
So you could just choose to do nothing with the concursus now if you want to wait and see what I do before you move the mailman.
Yeah, I think I want to do that. Like the concurs, you're just dancing. I activate them.
Okay, so just continue.
Okay.
So I've got mailman and Highlanders.
Yeah, those Highlanders just
You
sitting
didn't
there.
activate the Degenerate yet, did you?
It's right, I didn't activate him yet. Yeah, that's true. He's just waiting to be activated.
Highlanders, they're coming to join in.
Oh, now they come. Okay, I can deal with that. That's not a problem. Okay. Well. The Degener. Good old Degener. He will just... I think he might just fall back a little bit, just over here. That's what he will do.
Behind the mailman.
Yes.
Very brave.
Yes, that's how he is. He's just guarding his back, you know.
Well, he is your commander, so it would be really bad if he died.
That's true. Yeah, so I only have the mailman left, and you too? Is that right?
I only have the mailman left as well.
Okay,
So
then it's
my
your turn.
mailman is going to redeploy.
Oh, running. I see.
To there. So he's
Nice mailman you have there. Oh, he wants to cling to the thing. He doesn't want to be there.
So he is exhausted though. And where did I put that exhaust token? There it is. Okay. So he's making a mad dash.
He certainly is. That will be interesting now. That forces me to act and do something about him soon. My mailman. He's pretty much being threatened by everything around him, which is not good right now. So he will just stick with the guys, I guess, and he will be in the middle of the three commanders. Like, right here. He will just go over there and sit between them. Yeah, and
Might
that's
be the safest place to be right now.
I
So is
think.
that everyone activated then?
As far as I can see, that should be everyone, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll check the comments. Newest comments. There we have one. Thomas R. Lovewell. On a turn you redeploy, you can only redeploy. However, if you just redeployed in the middle of Dready's stuff, she can either ignore it or kill it, causing it to go boom near her precious models. Okay. Okay. If you just... I'm just trying to make sense of the sentence. My brain is just being at the game now.
I think he's saying I don't even have to light the fuse. I could just keep redeploying it and park it right in the middle of your men.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't even have to worry about the kaboom, because you would just probably have to do it for me.
Right. It's true. It is true. Okay, then we are at turn
3. I am down a unit now, so I'll get +1.
I have 1. You can start.
Okay, so I think there's only one thing that has to be done first. Well, there are actually 2 things, but the one thing I think is more important.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
I don't know, it's really interesting actually. I've got 2 options.
Decisions have to be made.
It depends if I'm thinking about killing or about the scenario.
Yeah.
And the likelihood of things working One one thing that I want to do, which would help the scenario very much, is much less likely to work than something else that isn't that important to the scenario.
Sometimes you have to gamble. I mean, it's a dice game, so I gamble way too often. I like gambling on tabletop games.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to charge the Grenadiers into the Tormentor.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. My first move would have been to move him backwards and then shoot you, so...
Yeah, I think this had to be done first.
Yes. I hope you roll a 1, though, for your charge.
It might still make it. Let's
you
find
might
out.
still. That's true.
5. So they get to go 7 inches, they'll definitely be in.
That should be way enough.
Yeah, if I'd rolled a 1, it wouldn't have been enough, though.
Oh, that poor Tormentor, he didn't even do... He did 1 damage, but...
So, they're going to use their grenades,
Oh no!
which mean I get an extra +1 when they charge, except also they might hurt themselves at the end of the combat.
Yes, I hope they do. I hope they blow themselves up.
I'll just check if you're in obscured range. Yes, just.
Nice.
So that's very tasty for you. So they have 3 dice each. I think I snuck a new dice in here by accident. That's bad luck. Go away.
Yes.
So +1 each for charging, +1 each for the grenades, and then taking away 1 for defense and 1 for obscured.
Well, that is still 3 per guy. Yeah. Might want to gang up though, maybe.
That is the question. Do I think it's worth ganging up?
Yeah, I mean, doing more than 1 damage on him is hard right now. Like, killing him right now is really hard with that amount of die, knowing relics and how it is.
If I were to gang everyone up together, then I would have a 5 dice attack.
Yeah, 2 doubles on 5, but yeah, it's a hard decision.
I could have a 5 dice attack, or I could have a 4 and a 3.
Happy I don't have to make that decision.
So I think I'm going to go with a 4 and a 3.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a good decision.
I'll do the 3 first.
Okay.
Because then if this does damage, you'll really be sweating over there.
Yes.
Right, here we go.
Wow.
No. And the 4 dice attack.
Oh, that has a way better chance. That 1 more dice normally. Yes.
Level 3. So
Let's see. 5+. Does it work? My hardened. And it hardens.
he's just too hard.
He's just too hard. His face is plated with hardness. He doesn't care.
I've got to roll the dice now to see if they hurt themselves. If I roll a 1, then they will hurt themselves.
Oh.
Oh, it's cocked.
Oh.
It looked like it was going to land on 1 as well. It's a 4.
Lucky. That's funny though. I think I always forgot that when I played my Grenadiers back in the day. In the old days of last year.
Back in the day. Back in your day.
Yeah.
Okay, but at least I've got him into combat with the Tormentor now.
Yeah, he's
That's
stuck
the
in
main
there now.
thing.
And I have to back him up now or let him die and target you, but okay, decisions. So they are already in combat. That means I will which Pueri was this was the healing Pueri, right? The one that is still closer to the penitentium?
Did you kind of cross them over last turn?
I'm confused right now. I think 1 came from here, so that might very well have been one of both.
There's one way to find out, because she only moved her normal move from there. So yeah, it would be this one that I'd heal.
Okay. Then I will activate her. Walk a bit backwards to get back into my command range for the penitentiums, which should be, I will just check it, I think 10 inches or something, so just to make sure she is in that.
She's already within 10, so...
Oh, she is? Okay. Yeah, that's alright, then she will just stay there then, and she will try to heal the pure degener. put a little band-aid on his broken nose. Here we go, 5 die. And I made it, finally. Healed him up for 1. And yeah, and she will just stay there, so that was her activation.
Yeah, it was the other one that blessed him, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, so she could upkeep that next time, potentially.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. But
It wasn't her though, so it's alright.
Yeah.
I think
the penitentium still have their glass marker from last turn. Do they?
yes.
Okay.
The puppeteer.
Oh, Mr. Puppeteer again. Oh, I'm
He's
pretty
going
sure I
to
know.
try the same thing on the concursors yet again. Let's see if they still like dancing.
They need to go catch your mailman, so you can't let them dance the whole time.
Oh, it's a double fall. It doesn't work.
Oh no, they will go after him now. Oh no, oh crap. Oh no.
And then he's going to move as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to go over this way a little bit.
Okay.
There we go.
Interesting. So, I think I will redeploy my concursuses, and they will go their full movement of, what is it, 8 then? Let's see. Do
They have
4
movement
or
5, I think.
Okay. Then I will move 10 inches, and if I run straight into the woods, do I get a...
You can't redeploy through difficult terrain.
Oh, it doesn't work. I see. Then they will just run straight inch. Holy crap. They will just run 10 inch and go right about here. Just kind of spread out-ish if they can, like in a line to block stuff.
No, you remember that you don't have to redeploy in a straight line.
Yes.
Okay.
It should work, so if they deploy in this pattern, so they just do that.
Like that.
Right. And then hang out there like the automatons they are. And that's them. And they're exhausted now. So I have to unexhaust them soon.
Okay, I just need to find an exhaust token. It might be written on the back of something else. That's what usually happens.
Yes, I will be checking the comments. Let's see. If someone commented. New comments. Nope, no comments.
No, I'm just going to make sure on one thing before we go on. Can you actually see on the screen where the trees end on both sides?
Where the trees end on both sides.
Can you see that there's a gap down both sides of the table after the trees?
Yes, I can see that. Yes.
Right. So with my go, I think the Sergeant Major is going to move.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to move up there a little bit, and then he's going to put you horrible lot on the troopers.
Yeah, they will need it.
They will.
They will surely need it. I will activate Mr. Degener, the glorious little Degener guy, and he will redeploy straight in this direction as far as he can go.
Ooh, I see what your plan is.
Yeah, he might just catch himself a mailman.
Although, do you remember, if you're exhausted...
It's true. He has to get unexhausted first, but I want him over there. He wants that parcel that the mailman is carrying. Maybe there's just some fine cast in it and he will be angry. Has to strangle people. Maybe something nice in it, like chocolate, and he will be happy for 5 minutes and the chocolate will be eaten. And then he will be mad again.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think I might have moved the mailman too far, so I'm just going to check to make sure that I did it right.
You think?
Okay, it was right. I thought I might have accidentally moved him 12 inches because I had the bomber profile open, but no, I didn't. It seems like I only moved him 10, so it's alright.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was the Degener. Good old Degener.
Let's see. Well, I think it's time for the troopers. And I've got a dilemma. Tempting to charge the Concursus. Some of them might not be in optimum range, though.
Yes, deep charge.
Yeah, I'm just going to move them a little bit so they're in a better line. And then they're going to shoot.
Oh, so they will shoot. Okay.
Yes, they're going to use your bubble bot to make them more reliable. And they're going to be ganging up in threes.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can shoot first, the first three.
Oh.
Yeah. And the next three, one of them can't.
One dropped his gun.
Yes, so there'll be 1 4 dice and 1 3 dice on the Concursus.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
a good job.
So we'll get an extra one as well.
Ooh.
As you would say, pew, pew.
Yes, certainly that.
So really, I probably should have ganged up with less there, but I forgot about the exhausted. So
yeah, it's still a good roll.
So 4 dice. We have nothing. 1 4 5 6.
Typical Relics roll.
And the 5 dice. A double 4 only.
That's nice. I have hardened. No, I don't have hardened. Do I?
Yeah, you have hardened 5 plus.
Yeah. That was the errata, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's not in the book. So 5 plus. Here we go. Yes, it's a 6 even. Wow.
Right.
Encased.
Your move.
My move. So I will activate this Pueri here, move her 5 inches, I think it is, into the direction of her little automaton buddies. And then I have to think about the magic she will be doing.
Remember, she has the blessed on him, so that'll go away if she doesn't want to upkeep it.
It costs me 1 die to upkeep it, right?
It costs you 1 more than the drain.
So it's...
So it'll cost 2. If you're in range to upkeep it.
Yeah, right. I will check that right now. Here's my book. That's Penitentiums. And Pueri blessed. Within 10 inch. That should be 10 inch, I think. Is it? Yes, I think so.
Yep.
Let's see if I upkeep 2, and then I still want to do the guided arm, which also has a drain of 1. I have 2 die left, which is... No, I don't. I actually don't. I have...
Is guided arm drain 1 or is it drain 2?
I will...
I know it's knowledge 2.
It's knowledge 2. That's true. I think it
But
was
is it
only
drain 2 as well?
I'm flipping through the page. I actually have a bookmark in it. It just kind of slipped into the book right now. Guided shot, no. Guided arm actually has drain 2, you're right. So
yes.
After keeping up the blessed, which I actually might not need anymore now, I only have 4 die left, which would leave me with 2 die to cast it, so I won't upkeep the blessed. I won't. I will just cast guided arm on the guys, on the automatons with 4 die. And here we go. And it goes off with 1 5.
They have exhausted and guided arm on them.
Yes.
Right, so I'm not too worried about that because they won't be able to charge, will they? So
nope. They have to unexhaust themselves first.
Okay, time to move some... I suppose where the Highlanders are right now, I'm not sure whether your Tormentor would be able to shoot at them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I could just move to the side and pop them in the face.
I
Maybe,
think if you were
possibly.
to move to there, you could just about see them, but you'd only be able to see like half of one model.
And if I move to that side, I could
If
just
you move
like,
to that side, I'm not sure if you'd be able to get far enough.
yeah, the
You probably would.
range.
Yeah, I think
Ah,
you would. So
it,
I'm going to move them. I was just worried if I moved them, it would make it easier to shoot them, but I think you can shoot them anyway.
right.
But have I got anything else I want to do first? Like bomber? Yes. He's not going to light his fuse. Instead,
Oh,
he's going to redeploy 12 inches.
oh man, he is going places.
He certainly is.
Okay, that's interesting. Oh, he's going around, isn't he? Okay, that's sneaky. This is a sneaky move.
So,
He wants to blow up the mailman.
but I'm just going to make sure I'm not within 2 inches of this unit because you can't redeploy into within 2 inches of an enemy unit.
Right.
So he's there.
Oh, yeah.
He's not lit the fuse, but he is exhausted.
Huh, interesting.
I think I'm running out of exhausted tokens because everything's been redeploying.
Do you really want to put him there? Right in front of the Tormentor?
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, that's Fury here activated, right? This one? Yeah, I guided armed those guys. Okay, yeah. Just so. I will. Yeah, the Tormentor. He will wait a bit, and I will just move the Penitentiums now up their full movement into this direction-ish.
Do you want to redeploy?
I think not. No, they will just move their normal speed. Their little angry baby speed. And that was them.
Okay, so I've got the Highlanders and the Mailman.
Checking comments. Comments have been checked. Thomas again. Bye guys, have fun. And I didn't think there is a range requirement to maintain a spell, just base drain cost +1. Okay, might be true, might not be true. Sounds weird that there might not be the range requirement for keeping the spell up, but...
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Well, I'm going to redeploy the Mailman again.
Okay. Grim Colin, you like gambling? I bet you don't, winky face. I bet I do.
So there he is. Still exhausted.
Oh, man, that guy. I have to shoot him somewhere. Maybe in the knee. Don't have arrows, though. So he can still be a guard. No, an adventurer. There we go.
I think you've only got the
Tormentor. Yeah, and the mailman. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Tormentor, Mr. Tormentor, he might just, just walk back a little, like over here, ish, like that, and then he will shoot the bomber, because that's his job today, shooting bombers. See if I can roll with my left hand.
Extra dice because he's exhausted.
Oh, that is neat. That is neat. Here we go. We have one double. We have a double 5. And that's it.
Right, so he blows up.
And he blows up. Holy pecker.
So the concursus are within 4 inches.
Oh no.
So they will take a 6d6 hit.
That is a lot of d6s.
And they're exhausted as well, so that'll tack an extra 1 on.
Haha. That is the big roll for the bomber today. The moment he has waited for all his life, and it's 1 double I see
3
already.
and a double 6. So that's
Nice.
2 hardened rolls.
2 hardened rolls. Here we go on the hardened rolls. Wow. Did you just see that?
I see a 6. Double 6. So they
Yes.
both live.
That's like I rolled really average when it comes to actually causing damage, but those encased rolls today.
There are lots of other units in range of the hits though. So let's see, anyone within 6 inches receives a 4d6 attack. So that will be the troopers. So I'll do that.
Oh, there's even more damage now. Okay.
That's cocked. 2, 3, 4, 5. So nothing on the troopers. That's a trooper, not the sergeant major.
Pueri potentially.
Yep. So 4d6 on her. Double 3. So she takes damage.
Holy damage,
anyone
Batman.
else within 6? Yes. I don't know if terrain blocks it. Let me check if you have to draw a line.
It would be interesting if it blows around corners, like the wind, on a cold Friday night in Stockholm.
It doesn't say that they have to be within line of sight.
Oh, I guess
So
that it just
it
blows.
just tears through terrain, so it will hit the grenadiers and the tormentor over here.
Yes.
So I'll do the grenadiers first.
Do them. And
Double 6. So
I like it.
he's dead. And the tormentor. He takes a damage. If he can't pass his harden.
Oh, here we go. Nope, he takes a damage.
Okay. And now it's time for the knockdowns. So on a roll of 5+, so the Concursus. Nope. The Fury. Nope. The Tormentor. Nope. The Grenadiers. Nope. Troopers. Nope.
There's no knockdown happening today.
Nope, there's not. So he goes away.
Plop. So he caused 2 damage, did he?
Yes.
All in all,
No, 3 damage. One of them was on me.
Right. Yeah, 3 damage.
I was hoping that he would just melt a couple of Concursus, but no.
Yeah, no, they didn't want to die. That means I have to do a lot of healing again now, which is annoying, so you keep me busy in that regard.
Yes. So
that means I can. Yes.
So I've only got the Highlanders, and then you've only got this Tormentor who's in combat left.
Right, and the mailman.
Oh yeah. So the Highlanders are coming up 6 inches. This away.
Okay, there's Highlanders now. I see. So, what do I want to do with mailman? It's just everywhere I go is blocked right now. My best option is to keep him alive and out of harm's way at the moment. And that means that I will just put him over. Yeah, he will just like go over here. That's what he will do. And he will live kind of in the middle of everyone. Hope that he survives.
So you've just got that Tormentor left to hit my Grenadiers in combat.
Yes, and that's what...
They have defense of 1.
He has not much in close combat. It's like 1 die. Combat 2, so he only has 1 die, which is 2 and 1 and 2s. Right, yeah. Don't count. Nothing. So that was him.
Okay, that's everybody then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll collect in the tokens. If you want to have a look at the comments while I'm collecting these in.
I'm doing that.
I'm sure we've got tons of comments.
At least 10, maybe.
1,000.
And we have none. Right now it's really just Green Colin and Thomas commenting, and Thomas just left.
Well, that's just great, isn't it? That's not the kind of commitment we want from the community.
Nope. Certainly not. How many viewers do we have? So I
At the
can't.
moment, we have 2. We did have a few more earlier. And I'm sure a lot of people will be watching it later because it's so exciting and tactically informative.
Yeah, I think many people just coming from work right now and stuff like that. So who knows?
So turn 4, time to roll. I get +1 again because I'm down on units.
I have 4.
2. Right, so you can go first, which could be very important actually because you don't want that mailman escaping. But then
Yes.
there's a lot of other stuff going on as well.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yes.
But the mailman might be the main thing I have to.
He might be within range to escape this turn if you don't get him.
Yes, and that means the only option I have really is trying to shoot him somehow with my degener.
Or block him in so he can't escape.
Yeah, but
Because there's only a very thin gap there.
it's true.
If there was a degener
Did
in the way, he wouldn't be able to get past.
Yeah. Did I activate? I did activate the concurrency last turn, right?
Yes, you moved them up
Yes,
there in a line.
that's when they, right, so they are still exhausted. That means they can just walk their normal 6-inch, I guess. And after that, they can try to not be exhausted anymore, so that doesn't help me much. Which means that, yeah, I only have the degener right now. And I can't charge at him because there's that scenery piece in the way, which is terrible for me. And yeah, I will just move
You'll be
him.
able to charge him anyway because you're exhausted there.
Oh, he's still exhausted. You're right. That's also terrible. It's not good for him. Not at all. Yeah. That mailman might just. I could just gamble that he won't get off the board this turn. But do I really want that?
The only way you've got of stopping him from moving in a straight line forwards is if you park the degener in front of him, I think.
Yes, I think so too. He can't redeploy though. That means he can just walk his normal.
You can redeploy while you're exhausted.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
That changes things. Okay, yeah, he will just redeploy like right in his face over here. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's his job.
You move 10. So you could get to like there, which would stop him getting past you without going through the woods, which will slow him down. Because his base won't fit through either side of you.
Yes, that's a good thing. He will do that.
Right then, so first things first. I think before you try to do any healing, maybe I should do something.
Yeah, we have a good chance of. Oh yeah.
But then I think your concursors might be in range to just walk into combat with my troopers.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm not too worried about actually, because there are 6 of them there, and walking into combat you wouldn't have very many dice.
Yeah, it's true. And they're also still exhausted. I don't know if that takes away combat dice from them when they just walk into close combat.
So the Grenadiers are going to just whack the Tormentor in the face. He's not going to be obscured anymore. So they have a combat of 3. They're going to gang up in a 4, and then it's knocked back down to 3 from your defense.
Oh, he could die right now. It could happen. It's a possibility, a strong possibility. And will he die? No. Yes, no.
He lives.
Yes.
I think it was worth a try before you have a chance to heal him.
Yeah, certainly. I'm pretty sure my Pueri is my main healing target, so she's more important than that one Tormentor. speaking of tormentors, I will move my penitentiums up their normal speed in this direction.
Towards the Highlanders.
Yes.
Floating that way. Risky move.
Risky, risky. And maybe they get in close combat in turn 5 or something, we will see. They're just there to put on some pressure. Some pressure. Maybe the Highlanders even go for this Tormentor, and then the trap will shut, close, and eat them. The totally planned traps that I set.
Right, so what should I do now? I'm going to move the Sergeant Major. I'm going to measure his command range first. Okay, so he needs to get closer to the Highlanders. So I'm going to move him under here.
Okay.
So he's close enough to them to keep them in command. And he's going to put Yorable Lot on the troopers. And then he's going to shoot. No, he's not going to shoot because he moved too far. So he's just going to sit there.
Right. Okay. Well.
Not lots of casualties so far in this game.
Yeah.
The only things that have died are 2 marksmen, the bomber, and 1 grenadier. And you've lost a few damage points and healed a few others.
It's true. Not
Very
much
tactical.
happened.
That's what happens with the mailman.
Yes. Yeah, I like the mailman way better now. I have to say, I only played it once before and I was like, man, this is kind of But yeah, didn't know much about Relics at that point, and I just realized it's a better scenario than I thought. So, the stuff that I do will be Mr. Tormentor over here. The Highlanders have 2 hit points, right? Each.
They only have 1.
Oh, they only have 1. Well, that's too bad for them. He will move over here. Ish. It's 2.5 inch. And then he will pop someone.
Okay.
He is in range.
Yeah, they do have defense, but he ignores that.
Yes. He is in popping range. Here we go. Popping them. And that is nothing again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Classic.
It just does that to mock you, doesn't it? When
Yeah.
all the dice come up in a row like that.
It's true. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm not good at actually causing damage today, just at preventing it somehow.
Okay, so I've got some possibilities here. Okay, I'm going to shoot at the concursus with the troopers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to gang them up. You're exhausted still.
Ooh.
So I'm only going to gang them up in 2s this time.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if they can shoot first. So the first 2. Yes, because I'm using the Yorable Lots to give them the better reliable. The second 2 can shoot, and the last can shoot. So they all get to shoot. So they have 2 each.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3 attacks going on here. They get an extra 1 for ganging up, an extra 1 for you being exhausted, and I'm just going to check that she didn't move within 4 inches of them. No, she didn't. Thankfully.
Yeah, that's it's good for you right now.
The first attack.
Pada!
Double
Oh,
2.
that means I have to make 1 encased. Here we go.
1 hardened roll.
It's 1 hardened roll.
Did it succeed?
Yes.
I think they've succeeded every one they've made so far, haven't they?
Yeah.
The next attack. Double 2 again.
I will do again. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, no, it's a 4. 1 dice. Womp, womp.
And the final attack.
It's a final attack.
Nothing. So
Nothing.
Just 1 of them dies.
Okay.
Sure you don't mind that.
That leaves me with some repair work on the automatons, I think. Okay. Then I will activate the Pueri down here, this one, and
Yep.
she will walk over here, so she's still in command range to her penitentium buddies-ish.
So she needs to be within 10 of them.
Right.
So she can get to there.
Right, and then she will attempt
where she
to
wants to
heal
be?
her
Not
sister.
there? Is that alright?
Yeah, a bit more to the back, maybe, like here, kind of. Yeah, that's good.
Make sure she's still in range. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that works. So,
Spells.
healing on her sister with 5 die, because I always need 5 die. And that is made it, and 1 damage is healed on the other Pueri, plop. And that was her activation.
Okay. The Highlanders are going to charge the Tormentor.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I don't think you will survive that.
Only an extra 1 inch, so it's a charge. That's going to be close.
That will be close, but they're pretty fast on themselves.
No,
so
they're out. So they only move 6 inches forward.
Oh, that's sad. Sad Highlanders just sitting there now, like ducks.
If I'd got anything but a 1 or 2, they would have been in.
Yeah, that's a kind of gamble one has to take. Okay, I will activate the Pueri, walk with her behind her trusty automatons, and then I will attempt to repair them with the, let's see, with the repair ability, which has drain 0. And will I cast it twice? That's the question. I have 6 die.
But you wouldn't be able to cast it twice on the same unit.
Oh, it doesn't go twice on the same unit. I see, then I will just...
Actually, I'm not sure, I don't think you could cast the same spell twice anyway, actually. Oh,
I think
you can, but not on the same unit twice, yeah. So
yeah, just so the drain gets higher. But do I want to do a blessed also? That's the question. I think repairing is more important right now, so I will just use all her die to try and repair her automaton buddies. And she did it, so 1 automaton pops back in.
Do you want him back in the same place he died?
Yes. He just stands up. And that was her move.
Okay. I think I've got some sneaky ideas now. I just need to walk all the way over here, stretching the headphone wire to its limit.
Yeah, I see you traveling over the board. Okay.
I just had to confirm that I could see the degener. Looked here.
Oh, you could push him aside, yeah.
So I'm going to try it. I hope you got the dance music ready, because I'm going to try it. 3 dice.
Oh.
I can move him 2 inches. So we're going to move him 2 inches this way.
Yeah, that was very sneaky. Very, very sneaky.
Very sneaky indeed. And that's the puppeteer done.
Okay. Then I only have my mailman left and the automatons. And those automatons...
They're exhausted. And you've activated both the Fury, so the guided arm goes away as well now.
Right. So... I think what I need to do might be... he could just run off the board, but if he doesn't make it, I might have to make sure that he doesn't leave. So Even though the Pueri might get shot by dollies if I'm not careful, but I will redeploy the automatons, the concursi, in this direction, in the straightest line that they can, to that 10 inch that they have from that. So just that they get close to the spot where he has to pass by. Yes. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, that puppeteer. I totally forget the puppeteer was back there. And yeah, leaves me with my mailman. Do you still have? Yeah, you have your mailman.
I've got my mailman and nothing else. So here he goes. Let's see if he can make it off the table.
Dun, 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 dun.
No.
Oh, he's just so close.
He's literally a quarter of an inch away from the edge of the table.
Yes, that is too bad for him.
So literally everything over on that side of the table is exhausted. So
yeah.
So if you get to go first, you could move into combat with him.
That is pretty much the only thing I can do, and then hope for the best. And I have my mailman left, and what do I want to do with him? There's Highlanders over there, it's terrible. There's dolly soldiers over there, it's also not a good thing. I'm pretty sure I can't get him off the board anymore, even if I try.
Well, if you were to end up killing my mailman by going first in the next turn, then you've got nothing to lose by trying to get yours off the edge.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'm not sure whether you could actually get far enough in 2 turns. Well, in 3 turns you could if you start going for it now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't redeploy under the stone bridge thingy. This is difficult ground, is it?
No, that's not difficult, but there is a sergeant major here.
Oh no, the sergeant major, no, no, oh no. Yeah, you blocked me in quite a bit, so and if I go there, he might be, if I activate him first thing next turn, he might get away, but then he might get charged by the puppeteer. And over here, he just can't really get through on the other flank. It's just really terrible for him right now. It is. He will... no, it's just terrible. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm pretty sure I will kill those guys. And yeah, I just have to get lucky. He will just go behind the Tormentor for now and sit there. And contemplate his options. Speaking of contemplating options...
You sure you want to be that close to the Tormentor? Because if he gets into combat, you might get...
Oh, then he's in combat too. Oh, that's true. No, he wants to keep his distance. He doesn't want to be in combat. That is true. Yeah, just put him back there. I just... Yeah. Right beside the Pueri is a good place. Okay. And... Did we activate everything?
So I will collect in the tokens.
Yes, I think we activated everything.
No, actually, this Tormentor didn't try to hit me.
Oh yeah, let's
roll his... really feeble attack back at me.
His 1 die, which actually is a double. It's a double 4. And that is 1 damage. That is crazy. Not bad, Mr. Tormentor. Not bad.
Right.
So, looking at the commons, I don't think there's any new ones. Nope.
Okay then. So I'm still on the +1. So if I go first, I think you pretty much know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I have a 1. Here we go.
3. Okay.
Oh no.
So the drama was immediately sucked out of the situation by the rolling of 1.
Yeah.
And the mailman just goes ploink, and he's off the table. But there are still some points up for grabs.
Yeah, there's still some some points to be had.
But I'm at your end there, since he did escape.
Yes.
Right. So that's my first activation, so it's you now. You could still get some juicy points for me not killing your mailman.
Which is true. And that is why the penitentiums will now charge into the Highlanders, because they don't like Highlanders a lot.
Yeah, I think you should roll, because one of them might be slightly out, possibly.
Yes. Rolling my D3, my trusty D3, and it's a 1.
They can move 6 inches. So they'll be able to lap around a little bit to get as many into the fight as possible.
Right.
So I think they should all be able to get in. Yeah. Right, there you go.
So Highlanders have defense. I ignore 1 defense.
Yeah,
Do they have more than 1?
Take away their defense.
Okay.
And
that
you
means
have 3 normally, don't you?
Yes, that means I have 4 with each of the guys.
Yep, so you could just chomp them to bits here.
Yep. I will roll separately for every single guy. First is 1. Then
So Jimmy gets killed.
No, not Jimmy. Second. Oh, that's actually... If there would be triples in Relics, I would have just gotten 1, but it's just 1 damage.
Is it poor little Jock is killed?
No.
Even worse than Jimmy.
And then we have nothing. Then we are on the 4th attack, which gives us also nothing. It's 1, 2, 3, 6.
So there is just 1 Highlander remaining.
And how many attacks was that? It was 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you've got 2 left.
I have 2 left. Okay, and lost count. That is no damage. And the last one. The last one does a double 1.
So he just gets killed.
Yes.
So that's all the Highlanders dead.
Boo. I mean, yay! Oh man, I have to run somewhere for 20 seconds really quick. I will be back in that time. So while you do your turn.
I'll keep the audience entertained.
Yes, do that. Be right back.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, so I've got some sneaky tactics planned here. I could try and do something with the puppeteer to drag potentially the mailman into a position where I can attack him. It wouldn't be easy, but I could potentially get him. I could probably, with a bit of luck, get into about there, which might just put him in range of the troopers. Although more to the point, it would then stop him moving during this turn. So I might go for that. Because then he would be pretty much stuck in no man's land, and I'd then be free to go and attack him in the final turn, possibly. And get that extra point, that bonus point, because I don't think he's getting off the table anymore. So that's going to be 2 victory points for me. But I could get that juicy 3rd one if I kill him in close combat. So I should be working towards that almost exclusively. So I think that's what I'm going to do as soon as Miss Dready returns. Very exciting, I know. I think I need to make some more exhausted tokens, actually. I only had 3. I've got some more blank ones, though, because I write on both sides these little orange things. You may notice an abundance of orange things on this table, including the wound markers. It's a little bit of a theme we like to have around here. Lots of orange things. Tape measure. Gems. Tokens. Dice. Oh, I know.
And I'm back.
I was just about to give a quick plug for the dice bag lady and the amazing dice bags.
Oh yeah, that is a good plug. She also sells awesome die. I don't know if she still stocks them. They have that little symbol on them. really neat, and they roll really well.
Yeah, I did get these nice orange dice from her as well.
Yes. I think I might be the only person in Germany who owns those Dice Back Lady die, actually. Really special.
Probably.
Yes, I also was the first person from Germany to order from her, which was funny.
Right, I was just telling the audience about my very sneaky plan.
Oh no.
Is it my activation now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, because you just did the Pententium. So, the puppeteer is going to try and dance the mailman.
Oh. Then he might get shot. I see. I see how it is.
I can move him 2 inches.
Oh.
The thing is, shooting him doesn't get me any more victory points because he's already not going to get off the table.
That's true.
So I need to kill him in combat to get that extra victory point. So I'm just going to drag him as close to me as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's the puppeteer.
Okay. Well. I have that Pueri out in the open here. I think what I will do is activate this Pueri up here and move her backwards, her movement, like to here, about. And then she will cast a nice little spell on the nice little mailman. Can the mailman be a target of spells?
Yes.
He's just a unit, right? Then I will try to bless him with 5 die.
Probably a good move.
I think so too. And yes, 1/5. That 1/5 that I need. He's blessed. So that's good. I'd save him.
Right, I am going to activate the Grenadiers and take a swing at the Tormentor.
That Tormentor who's just staying alive, yeah.
So his defense, so the gang up will be down to 3 dice. Double 3.
Oh, double 3.
So you need hardened.
Try the hardened. Let's try the nope. He takes the damage and he falls over and dies.
That's the first model that I've taken off that can't be brought back.
Yes. Yeah. He has held his line for long enough. He did his job, I think. Okay. And now those guys are in the open. Those 2 guys, those 2 poor Grenadiers.
Sadly, you won't be able to shoot them though, because they're within combat range of the Penitentium.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Which is not that bad. Penitentiums can deal with it. So, okay.
We haven't had any morale come up yet, have we? Because there's been so few casualties.
Yeah, it's true. No morale chest at all. Not a single one. Yeah, I will move the Tormentor. His 2 and up. He might not get in range for shooting. I think this might be too far, even if he moves straight towards the dollies. I will try it. I will move 2.5 towards the dollies with the Tormentor and then try to pop off a shot, even though it might be too far. I'm pretty sure it might just be out of range. Is it just?
Hold on, let me see. That he is just within range of this guy, so yes, he can shoot them.
Wow, okay. That was unexpected. Yeah, that was one of those gambles one has to do. Okay, see if the dice also want to do things. There's a double 5, which is 1 damage for the dollies.
He's dead. Let me just check if the Sergeant Major was within 4 inches. Yes.
So he gets 3 die. Let's see. And that is a double 2.
Okay, so he takes a damage point.
And that was that, I think.
Yes. Right then.
Classic Tormentor shots.
I think the Sergeant Major is going to move. He's going to move 2 inches out to here. And he's going to shoot at the mailman.
Oh, shooting around the corner with his little pistol.
The mailman has defensive 1, doesn't he?
I think so. We have a new comment from Opalware or Opalware. As much as I'm a fan of Dreadies, got to vote for my countryman. Yeah, well, that's just how it goes. Okay.
National pride.
Yes.
So I'd see if he's in range of the mailman. He's only got a range of 8 inches on his little pistol.
Yeah.
Although in the way I've modelled it, it doesn't have a pistol, so he's just like blowing a poison dart out of his little horn there. His little trumpet. So it's a 2 dice hit because the mailman is actually in obscured range as well, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's 2 dice ignoring 1s and 2s.
Oh, I just saw the double 6 there for a second, but yeah, well, he would have been blessed anyway, so that was a really hard shot to take.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the Tormentor is activated, so I have a Pueri left, I have the Concursy left, which are just exhausted for the whole game. They never recover ever because they just keep running. But now they will actually just take their normal move in the direction of the puppets, like over here. They will just walk there and then they will try to not be exhausted anymore. For once. Rest their little metal legs.
Well, let's see if you can roll a 1 and keep them exhausted.
It happens so often already. It's a 6, so they are not exhausted anymore, which is amazing. Neat.
Okay. I've got to make some tough decisions now.
Yeah, this is
right.
Where it comes down.
Troopers are going to redeploy.
I think you might have this, though. It's not much I can do besides killing your commander, who is a puppeteer and he's sitting so far in the back.
Well, what it comes down to now, the only way we can get different amounts of points, at the moment I'm winning 2-0.
Right.
The only way I'll win 3-0 is if I kill him in combat.
Right.
So if he doesn't die in combat, then it's going to end 2-0. So that's the best you can hope for right now.
Right now, yeah. That is the sad truth right here.
if this were a tournament, though, you would have racked up more kill points than me.
Yeah, I guess. Killing
That's
things
something.
is more fun anyway. Okay, you would move to troopers, and that means that I will just move the little mailman. I will just redeploy him to, let's see, it has to be a straight line.
He did dance.
Ah, he was danced. You're right. He can't move. He's just stuck there. Okay, no, then I will activate this Pueri right here and put her right in front of here. Just throw herself in the way. No.
No.
No. And then she will, I think she will try to bless herself at this point because he is already blessed.
Okay.
And that's what she will try. Bless was it drain 1? Yeah, it was drain 1. So 5 die, here we go. And it pops off, and she is also blessed by herself, by her own presence. Which just leaves me with the mailman that can't move and my degener. Do you have anything left?
No.
Okay, then the mailman will not move, and the degener, good old degener, he will just walk over here with his normal movements, like kind of around the corner-ish, so he
See if
can
he can
get
stop being
closer to the
exhausted.
troopers. Yes, I will try that. Come on, not a 1. It's a 4, so he's good. He's not exhausted anymore.
Okay.
And that was round 5.
Yeah.
Yes. The final round. Bum, 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 bum. My mailman, he really didn't go far. So I think he started over here, then he walked a bit like up here, and then he was just like moving in circles in the middle, in the front of my deployment zone. That's all he did. So let's have the roll off.
Yeah.
It's a 2.
It's a 1, so we're going to have to re-roll.
Oh no, re-roll.
2.
It's a 2. You
So
win.
I win. Okay, this is my only chance.
Yes.
Okay, because of the way I've positioned my troopers, because I was just trying to get as close as possible, there are some very small gaps. So I don't know if the puppeteer will actually be able to get far enough to see through them to move the Fury out of the way. So he could go as far as there.
Oh yeah, that is.
Right,
That
so
is
I'm gonna get
really
right down there and look.
I think a trooper might be in the way. Not sure.
Clearing things out of the way. I'm going to have to move the mailman so I can see.
Hop. We need one of those Napoleonic players' laser pointers. But you're not allowed to buy them unless you are, I think, 50 plus. So actually check your age when you try to buy one.
I can see the very edge of her base through the gap with the puppeteer.
Oh no!
But I can't see the mailman.
Oh no!
Let me just put the mailman back and just make sure I can't see any of his base. I'm going to go around the other side of the table, so I'm going to take my headphones off. Because if I have the chance to move him, then I will take it. So I'll be walking around the other side of the table.
If it suddenly goes quiet, I know why.
It's so tense. Oh my goodness, this is close. I'm going to say...
If it's super close, you could just roll for it.
that for me to see the mailman, I would have to bend the line of sight round a corner. Because the Fury just blocks him.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to move her. Which is not ideal, because then you could just run the mailman away.
Yeah, that is true. And that's what he will most likely do. He will just take his legs and move them a lot.
Of course, the other option is moving my own models and trying to move them into the mailman.
That is actually a valid option.
So I think I'm going to go with that. So I'll get 4 dice, because casting it on your own troops, you get only a drain of 1.
Right.
So here we go.
You are close to the guy, so to the automatons.
Oh yes, that is the case. So that knocks it down to 3 dice.
Yes.
So it's good to be positioned in there. Here we go.
Oh, and he makes it.
So they can move 4 inches.
Yeah, that's a way now. Yeah, that was a tricksy move right there. Tricksy.
Let's see how many of them I can get touching him by moving them only 4 inches.
Oh yeah. And now they will just spank the monkey with their soft hands.
Because I'm not allowed to nudge any of your models, so I can only get 4 of them in, rather than 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I've got a chance to kill him, but it's going to be difficult. Because he's obscured and he'll have defense.
That is a circle monkey spank right there. Poor monkey.
This is the only chance I've got to get rid of your monkey.
Yes.
The monkey mailman, with some genetic engineering results, probably.
Okay.
Whereas mine was, of course, escaping the table with a chocolate recipe.
Yeah, so Degener is still mad that he didn't get the chocolate. It's the only thing he lives for.
Maybe for anyone who read my Relics fan fiction, maybe the Dominie of the tribe wanted it to offer to his loved one.
Yeah, maybe.
If anyone hasn't read that, you should go over to the Relics forum in the creative section.
Yeah, you really should. It's worth it. It's worth a read. Let's just take it to bed with you on a tablet or something. Like, make it your bedtime story. Read it to your kids, maybe.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay. Can they hit the monkey now that they moved in, or is it?
No, they have to wait till their turn.
Oh, sad day. Okay, then it's me, and I can't shoot them with the tormentor, but I can't charge them with the things, but I can charge the dollies with my concurrency, and that is what I will do after I activated this view area right. Is that the one with guided arm? No, it's the one up here, I think. Oh god, this is terrible.
No, that one had heal, I think.
Okay,
This one had guided arm.
Then she will activate and cast guided arm on her little automaton friends. Guided arm had a drain of 2, so 4 die. Here we go. Papel pops off with a 5. Oops, just rolled it over. It was a 5. Here's another 5 anyway. And I just have guided arm. Just gave them 1 more die or something. I actually forgot what it does. I just casted it without knowing what it does. Ghost unit guided arm. Here we go. Increase the target unit's combat stat by 1 until the end of the next activation. Okay, and then it's your activation. Do you have something to activate?
Yes. I'm only going to be able to hit the monkey with 4 guys. I think I'm just going to check to make sure it's correct if the monkey was on a standard round base. So I'm just going to use one of these grenadiers just to see.
They should be able to touch the monkey.
I'm just trying to see whether I could have got more models touching him if he had a standard sized base.
Oh, and
I
everyone
think
wants
I would have been able to.
Yeah.
But because he's a monkey.
Yeah, everyone wants to touch that monkey today. They don't want to pet him. Poor monkey.
So here we go. So I've got 4 troopers. We have defensive 1 and obscured, which is really bad. So I'm just going to attack individually with them all.
Yes.
So 2 dice, ignoring 1s and 2s. Trooper number 1. Cocked. Nope.
Ooh.
Trooper number 2. Nope. Trooper number 3. Nope. Trooper number 4. Nope. So let's just see what would have happened if the other one was in contact as well. Nope. So it wouldn't have made any difference.
Well. Then it is time for the concurrency to charge your troopers.
Okay.
And just give them a good hammering, I think. That's just the way it goes today with the D3 that I rolled. It's a 2, so I think they might be in. Not all, maybe, but enough. Oh man. Yeah, that was a kind of hard decision to like buff them or just to charge them in before your dollies could hit them. But
I need to see if the troopers are exhausted. It goes away.
Okay.
Right, the concursors with guided arm have come in. 3 of them have made it.
They have.
They can only gang up in. 2 of them could gang up on this one, and 1 of them could attack him.
Okay, so 3 can attack all in all. They have a basic combat of 3, plus they are guided, so they have 4, and plus they charge, so it's 5. So it's 3 attacks with 5 die. Yes, that's how it looks like. So the first one hits, and that's 1 damage. So 1 trooper goes, 1 of the 2 troopers that can be attacked. Then the other guy that can hit the other trooper also goes for it, and that is that something? No, that is actually nothing. That's funny.
Right.
And the third guy can't hit him anymore, right? Yes.
If the third guy is that guy, you can still hit him, yeah.
Okay. Then he does that, and he gets a double 4, which is 1 less dolly, which is okay. Oh man. Yeah, I hoped for a better result, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, Grenadiers. They have to move into the Penitentium.
Penitentium. No, no,
So
no,
they've got. They'll attack separately. No, in fact, they'll gang up. So 4 dice. And they kill one.
Whoa, that's a sad day for the Penitentium race. Oh, and Green Colin is just over 6 away from being 50. Scary. Yeah, Green Colin, once you turn 50, you have to get one of those laser pointer range finder liner thingies for tabletop games, because then you will be allowed to buy one officially.
And also you have to upload your first ever video onto your channel of you eating a piece of cake or something.
Yes, and you have to have at least one Napoleonics model in that video.
Yep.
Okay, so you killed one of the Penitentiums with the guys,
Yep.
with the thingies, and the Penitentiums will just hit back. I think they will just move in, I think. They have to crowd in. And they only have their normal attack stuff, which is, I think, 3 die per
So you can attack
angry
with
baby.
you can attack with 2 on each one if you want. And then 1 guy's left at the back.
Do they have defense too, the guys?
They have defense 1, so you'll negate that. So you'll just be hitting with 3 dice. So
Yeah.
you could do 2 gang ups if you want.
Could two gangers. I could do that. Do I want that? No, I will do 4 times 3. I will do that. It feels better somehow. So the first one is a double 3.
Yep.
Then
So
the second one is a nothing. Then the third one is a double 3 again.
and the 4th one.
And the fourth one will be a nothing.
Okay, so
That's it.
one of them died. But they
That
will
was
need
alright.
morale.
Yes, finally we come to the morale. Here it goes.
Yes, so in the final turn, after the game's already been decided, we finally go to the morale table. And there it is. So, their morale is, first of all, the morale of a grenadier is 9. So they're decimated, so it's down to 6. They are in command range. They're in melee combat, so it's down to 5. And that's it. So they're down to 5, so I need 7 on 2 dice. And I got 8.
And you
so,
made it.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yep. He's holding his position bravely. And then it's your turn.
And I don't have anything left.
And the
wait,
Sergeant
actually-
Mayor.
Yeah, just the Sergeant Major.
Yeah.
You know what? He is going to charge the Fury because he's feeling brave.
Okay.
Okay, here it goes. 6-inch charge. He does not make it, so he
Aw.
moves 4 inches to there. And that's him done. And that's all my models done, so it's just whatever you've got left now.
I think I only have the... It looks like I have 3 models unactivated, but I'm not sure if that is right, because it doesn't feel right somehow.
They've gone.
Right. And I think she guided armed them, so she's also out of the activation, the second
So I think
QRE.
it's just the Tormentor and the Degener.
Yes. Yeah, and I guess with that I will just move up the Jenna his like 2.5 inch and try to shoot the Sergeant Mayor. I'm pretty sure it won't be enough, but at least he has
Let's see
tried.
if it's in range. No.
Womp womp. And the Tormentor will shoot the Sergeant Mayor because he can.
Did you roll an extra dice for guided arm with the concursus?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
Here, it's a double 6, so it's 1 damage for the Sergeant Mayor,
Who's this?
the Tormentor.
Okay, so Sergeant Major, he'd already taken 1 damage, so he's dead.
Plop. Too bad he wasn't your commander. Then you
If there were any more turns, I might be in trouble because lots of models would be out of command range now.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. But yeah, as it stands, you have won, I think.
So that's
I think
everything.
there's not much left to do.
Okay, so everything's activated, apart from the mailman, if he wants to hit me with his 0 attacks. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, that means the title goes back to the UK. Womp, womp, womp.
Yep, it's currently being flown back over now, being gripped by an army of carrier pigeons.
It's being shipped with an additional monkey in the box to guard it, a rabid monkey. A rabid German monkey.
I've never heard of such a thing. Is it another one of those secret experiments that you were telling me about?
Yes, there's like underground bunkers everywhere with secret rabid monkey projects going on. Anyway, digital handshake, here we go. I have to make sure I don't burn my hand on my lamps. There we go.
In fact, you know what? I'm going to put the camera onto you, and now you do your part of the handshake now, while they can see you.
Okay, here goes. Da, 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 da. This is majestic here, majestic handshake.
Also, they can see inside your dice box as well, just to confirm that I've been watching the dice the whole time.
Yes, this is the magic dice box. This is where the new M magic happens. There's also one of my hairs in here. I will remove it. Here it is.
Lovely. So, back to the battlefield and analysis. Let's start with the list, shall we?
Yeah.
How do you feel about your list in general and for this scenario?
I think my list was really solid. In general, I had a lot of options of things I could do, but what might have thrown me off is that I had to actually deal with those 2 marksmen down here in the beginning, and the penitentiums were super delayed to get into actual combat, because originally I planned to use them as a kind of bulldozer unit to just get through with the mailman behind them, protected behind them, with fire support from the not the penitentiums, the tormentors, who would slowly walk up behind them. Together with the Degener, he would just help out, because he is a good close combat and also ranged unit, just not with a lot of range, but things don't want to get close to him normally. And automaton unit would just have kept things busy, like wherever it had to do, but that mailman of yours just making that run in the end, that really threw me off. And then the puppeteer.
You had a lot of models, but they were the 2 main big units.
Yes.
They were quite easy to either hold up or dance out the way because they were large.
It's true.
So
they have to stick together.
So one thing that possibly could have been different, not necessarily in general as a list, but for this particular scenario, it'd be handy to have a couple of smaller, weak units that you just lurk at the back, hiding, waiting for the mailman. Like maybe if you had the concursors split in 2, perhaps, and you had 2 of them just like hiding behind the woods there the whole time.
Yeah, it's
something
true.
like that.
I could just have caught him, but it's the second time I played Mailman, so I didn't think about actually lurking back at the line, because that's normally not what I do at all. It's against my nature, but next time.
It's going to be less of an issue if the puppeteer gets errated, like it sounds like he's going to be, so he has a range instead of infinite range.
Way closer then, and way more in danger of actually getting harmed by things.
Yeah, because at the moment he just has like the most powerful boombox in the history of mankind. He can just stand miles away and just fire music at you that just makes you want to dance.
Yeah, that's what he does. But after the errata, he actually has to get, if he wants to dance a tormentor, he has to get into shooting range of a tormentor, and that makes things way more interesting. Because if he fails, then he just gets popped in the face.
Yeah, and it's
by
no
a
guarantee
tormentor
he's going to
spell.
pass, especially if you keep the Tormentor near to the Concursus to make it even harder to cast.
Yeah, and I have seen puppeteers fail their role. It happens, so.
It does. Did it happen? I think it happened once in this game, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it happened in the, was it the first? I don't know, it happened in one of the games. I think he failed it twice even.
I think you
It
were
was-
kind of on the back foot at the start because you had the Concursus unit being danced and the Penitentium going after the Marksman.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
You
Yeah.
never really got across halfway, so you never really threatened to get anywhere with your mailman, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't really able to get my momentum going with the might of the new M, get my hammers where they count. So yeah, that worked out for you actually. Just that's a bit of distraction here and there.
I think
Because,
I think as far as my list goes, obviously it's limited because it was every model that I have, so I didn't have a lot of choice. But there were a lot of things in there that just messed with your brain, like
it's true.
the bomber being over there.
Yeah, that stupid
You was-
bomber. I
You were
didn't
scared
even.
to put anyone near him.
Yeah, he was just threatening in
Yeah,
his bushes.
The marksman over here caused you to edge troops this way. The
Yes.
bomber over there caused you to edge troops this way as well, which
And
left
then-
that channel for the mailman to escape.
Yes, and my other big unit was first being danced a lot and then had to try to keep up with the action and just couldn't really make it. The automatons.
Yeah, I'm thinking what I would change about my list if I had more models. I think only having 3 Highlanders, I don't think it's enough. I think maybe more Highlanders.
Yeah, I have run 6 Highlanders in my list back then, and they did a lot of damage when they charged in. It hurt.
Grenadiers are really good, but I couldn't really get them into the perfect fight because they like shooting at these big units with lots of models in, and both of those units were out of the way, so they didn't get a chance to do that.
Yeah. I used to run 2 units of 3 Grenadiers usually. So, I don't know. There was a lot of crossfire going on, which kind of worked, but they get bogged down so quick. Once they get in close combat, they are kind of good, but after that, they're just a target unit, and they don't do much damage.
I was thinking about just keeping the marksman back and just guarding in case your mailman made a run for it, and then I thought, well, if I put them up there, that'll keep you from advancing, because you have to deal with the marksman, otherwise they will just kill things. A
Yes.
unit of 2, I knew you couldn't ignore that. If it was just
Aye.
1 in each corner, maybe you might have thought about ignoring them.
Yeah, but no. As they just had to be dealt with. Marksmen, I can't let them live wherever they are on the board.
I think a second bomber would be really interesting in this list.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the bombers are really fun now that we know how they work.
It did a pretty good job. It didn't do a massive amount of damage, but on average it should have knocked down a few units, and it completely changed the way you looked at that half of the table. You weren't able to push all your units over there to cover the spaces.
Right. That's true. We have another comment by Grim Colin nonetheless. Ha! Exclamation point. Video's never gonna happen. Cake's unlikely because hyperlipidemia, high cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. I'm sorry that you can't have cake, Grim Colin.
You can get cake
Yeah.
that's for diabetes, or
Yeah.
diabetic cake. I'm sure you can
That's
get
true.
it.
Yeah, you can get like anti-diabetes cake.
But I don't know if it's anti-diabetes cake. I'm not sure whether it'll actually put diabetes into decline.
Yeah, it's true.
That'd be
But
great
at
if it was
least,
just diabetes medicine in cake form.
yeah.
Someone wants
Because
to invent that.
my grandma also made cake that was being edible by a diabetic, I think. Just interesting.
Yes, there you go. You got no excuses now.
Yeah. Also, laser pointers and Napoleonics. Whoever knows what will happen once I finally get some money, but that will probably be in another 50 years. Oh,
Well,
that's sad.
That'll be the case if he keeps not selling all the hoard of treasure that he has.
Yeah.
and just occasionally giving away pieces of it. You need to sell some of it.
Right, right.
Then you'd have money for your old man stuff like laser pointers
Old
and
man.
Napoleonics. Maybe a
Yeah.
train set.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
So, at the end of this game, I only killed a Penitentium and a Tormentor.
That's
But it wasn't really a fighting heavy game. It was all about positioning in the end.
it was a lot about positioning. It's true.
I think one thing I learned after the first few times I played Mailman scenario is you need to be quite aggressive with him.
Yeah.
Because if you run him out there and he gets shot, that's not too bad. Because that's exactly the same as him surviving. They're not going to get an extra point for shooting him. They would have got a point. If you just hide the mailman in your own corner of the table and never move him, you're giving them a point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you really want to get up there with him and try and escape. Obviously, you don't want to get him stuck in combat, but I think you do need to be quite aggressive with him. Because with mine, I think he was a little bit unlucky not to get off in turn. Was it turn 4? Or turn 5?
I think it was turn 5 that he ran off.
It might have been the end of turn 4, actually. He tried to run off. And then he was just next to it, so at the start of turn 5 he left. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it, yeah.
So basically, if you see a gap with the mailman, you just have to run for it while the gap's open. And if you've got units that can create a gap, either by killing things or
pushing things.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of units that can perform that role, you've got the puppeteer, obviously, that can dance. You've got any of the casters that can take distraction. Anyone that can do knockdowns, like the big Orgnar unit that can just knock down tons of stuff. You could knock down a big hole in the lines and then run the mailman past there while no one can react. What else have we got that could do something like that? Even just charging in there with a big unit and just tying things up, because it's really difficult to cover the entire width of the table. So if you just get in there and tie up the units that are blocking the mailman's way and run him behind them.
Right, yeah, that works. That is true. Just keeping things busy.
Yeah, most of this game was fought in kind of with the magic stick in this area here.
Yeah, that's where the main stuff happens. Right
which was
here.
Beneficial to me. It was slightly edged towards this side as well.
Yeah, and my mailman, he just really ran in circles like around here. That's all he did all game. Like it never knew where he wanted to go. Like here it was blocked and here was stuff going on, and then it was too far to go around, kind of, and too dangerous. So I kind of drew a crap there, which was funny, but to realize.
As the puppeteer is now, he's probably the perfect one for this scenario.
Right now, he certainly is. After the errata.
If he gets changed to have a range of, let's say, 12 inches, which I think would be just about fair.
Yeah.
12 or 15 seems about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think so. I think so. Also, people rarely use his healing ability, even though it's really, really good.
Yeah, it depends.
You can bring back multiple dollies, actually.
Yeah, I think the fact that he can just move people whenever he wants from infinite range, with infinite range, and then they can't move after that, it's just so good that you just don't want to use the healing ability.
Yeah, it's way better, normally. I think I healed something with him once in all the time that I had my Britannian army.
Well, if there's only one thing that you really want to dance, and then that gets to activate first, then maybe you'd use healing.
Yeah.
You did kill a lot, though. You killed 3 Highlanders, the Bomber, 2 Grenadiers, the Sergeant Major, 2 Marksmen, and 3 Troopers.
Yes.
So I haven't got that much left. I've only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models left on the table.
Yeah, I mean, killing stuff is I like killing stuff. Next time I might try to think a bit more strategic. But I was kind of like poking and prodding at my options, not really sure about the scenario, like what's the best way to go with it. And yeah, but I think I learned a lot out of this game.
Would you consider bringing the Dominie back, or do you really like this double Puri combo you've got going on?
I like it a lot, I have to say. It's just, you have so many options you can do with 2 Pueries and that Dejana as the actual commander. You have a hard commander that doesn't die easily, and just so many buffs on your hands with the 2 Pueries and the Obscured and everything. It's just, I think it might just be a bit better than the Dominie, because the Dominie, he just normally just walks up and gets shot by everyone. They even get a bonus to shooting at him, and he needs to get in range, and he normally, it's hard to get him into combat or anything where he really matters.
The price you pay, you could either have 2 Puri and a Dejana, or a Dominie and 1 Puri for roughly the same points. So
Yes, and
because the Dominie in the right situation is really, really good. If you hide him behind a line of, let's say, Penitentium and give him heal, he has a lot of dice, and his inbuilt spells are just really, really good. Especially Stretch and Rend, which doesn't need line of sight.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I might just still go with the bigger toolbox, so to speak.
Yeah, and also there are a couple of spells that you don't really have access to if you don't take him as well.
Yeah,
So,
you can't have Distract if you don't have the Dominie, but I normally, I have the feeling that I never get him in range to really distract anything, and then it's normally other things are more important.
I think that would change if the Puppeteer has the changes made to him that we suspect.
Yes, that's
because
true.
Distraction has potentially quite a decent range.
Yeah.
With a lot of drain, but it's still a decent range on it.
Yeah, I think so. I forget what it is right now. I could look it up, of course, but if I find it, it's a different question.
Well, the way it works right now, the old Distraction.
Ah, there we go, yeah. Has drain 3 now, is it? With the errata? It was a higher drain.
It's knowledge 3 now.
Knowledge 3, yeah, that was
but the
the
drain
knowledge.
is still 2 per 6 inches. So if you want to cast it 18 inches, then it's drain 6. So you would have 3 dice to cast it with at 18-inch range then, which would make it, which would give you the same amount of dice that the Puppeteer gets to dance.
It's true, yeah.
Except he can actually move models with it, and you can't.
Yeah, so on the Dominie, that might be quite a spell to have.
Yeah, when you're not worrying about being puppeteered from the length of the table away, it'll be much better.
It's true. But it's still a giant point thing, just to get that spell off somewhere.
He is a beast, though, the Dominie.
It is.
I just find him really good all round, because his spells are really good, and if you get him into combat, he's a bit of a beast as well. Because no one's going to get the re-rolls when he's actually in combat, it's only from shooting.
Yeah, he has to get there.
If you give him heal, it's very rare that people are going to put a huge amount of damage on him. You could even have 1 Medicae following him around as well.
Yeah, that's why I did. Normally, I had like 2 Medicae going with a group of encased people.
I think the fact that you can take them in ones now is much better.
Yeah, it is. You can actually. I forgot that, but yeah, that's a neat option to have.
Also, at some point soon as well, we're going to be switching over factions. I'm going to add a couple more Britannian models as well, and then we'll probably drop down in points again and then escalate again.
Escalate!
So we might drop down to 200 points again for the first game.
Yes.
And you'll be back to your old ways of little puppet then.
Yeah, that will be interesting. I only played them against Vitir so far, so that will be interesting, just playing them against a different army. No, I played them against Nuem once and died terribly, but didn't know what I was doing.
I've got a Britannian hunting pack coming soon.
Yeah, so that's neat. The pillow doggies.
Yeah, they'll be very useful against any double Puri lists with their ability to remove obscured from people.
Oh yeah, they can sniff them out.
Yep. So you have to make sure all of the new have a good scrub in the bath before they go out to battle.
Yeah. I will have a look at the comments again. Let's see if there's anything more. Nope. No new comments.
Well, we gave them some nice in-depth analysis, I think, there.
I think so too. So, do we have any words from the new Relics European champion? Any thanks to anything?
I would like to thank the Germans actually for blowing up the chocolate factory, so that the Oompa Loompas became ghosts, and then were able to be part of this game.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's the only reason he was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Are we going to have the title of the European champion decided in trilogies, or just game by game?
I think trilogies is a good thing to go with.
Right. So if we have it escalate again next time, except switch the factions over.
Yes, and that will be interesting. Looking forward to that. Getting back to the good old dollies.
Yes, and there will be a few more model options by then as well. At the very least, the hunting pack. The next thing I'm thinking about, maybe some more Highlanders, maybe those new heavy dragoons or something.
Yeah, the dragoons are fun. I haven't tried out the heavy dragoons yet, but I have heard good things about them, so who knows?
Also waiting for the new Newham stuff as well, which is really nice.
It certainly is. The big wheelie guy and stuff like that.
Yeah, those guys and the Ruiner, which of course are going to be amazing, but I'm not sure I'd fit a Ruiner and a Dominie into a 200-point list.
Oh, that would be crazy to sink so many points in 2 models.
Especially if it was a scenario with lots of shards or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I'd have no chance.
Could go after 2 units and the rest would just do whatever they want. That wouldn't work, I think. But
yes. So
it has been fun.
Yeah, also people should tell us which scenarios they want to see next time again.
Yes, do that. Write it in the comments or the Facebook group.
Let us know which ones we've never done yet. We haven't done the exploding shards, the ones where you pick them up and they sometimes blow up. We haven't done the crystals that kind of release an explosive kind of discharge around them on the nearby units. And we haven't done the kill the commander assassination scenario.
That is true. Still lots of scenarios to choose from. So tell us which one you want to be the next scenario that we play with switched armies, which will be interesting. And it will happen at some point.
Yes,
and you can watch live.
Certainly can. So, with that, would you like to give us the magical dancing owl?
I will try. I'll turn